No way, man!
Ahem. Do you know the answer? Correct.
Nice going!
All right.
No, no, no.
Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Persona 5 New Game Plus. We have school on Saturday, which seems... well, it's gotta suck having school on a Saturday morning at least. Really, I don't even know if it is just the morning or if it's throughout the day. But anyway, we are here on the 23rd of April, and we are continuing with what we've sort of been up to at the moment. So we're going to be doing, you know, a little bit of just sort of biding our time, earning a bit of money, and trying to get to a point where we can go back into Kamoshida's palace and unlock our path to the treasure. And so in this particular episode we're going to do a bit more working, because as I've mentioned before, working at the various places that you can work is actually story related to some extent, and if you want to unlock everything you do need to do those jobs, so we will do a little bit of that here and there in this episode. And I'll also talk about brewing coffee, because we will do that this episode. It's a mandatory part of continuing Sojiro's Confidant line, but there's also some finer details that sort of come with that, and we'll talk about that in this episode as well. But yeah, so we're going to come down to Shibuya Station and take out our second shop. The convenience store shop is pretty useless, aside from the fact that you kind of need it for, you know, as I said, you need it for one sort of specific story part. And the reason for that is it doesn't pay particularly well. You don't get to choose. There's no real choice you get as to whether you get the bonus money or not. It's just, from what I've seen, it seems to be a bit of luck. And you don't get any increase to any of your stats as well. So in this early part of the game, it's something that you shouldn't really be prioritizing. If you want to work at the flower store, because kindness, having upgraded kindness, is actually pretty useful.
Hey, inmate! I was waiting.
So we are back from the Velvet Room, having unlocked the Velvet Room within this location. The Velvet Room, or access to the Velvet Room, those access points appear in lots of the different locations through the game, which is useful for us, obviously, because we will go back there occasionally. For the two main reasons why we would do that is if we wanted to fuse some more persona so that we're ready for the next combat section, or more likely because we want to withdraw a specific persona so that we have a persona of the right arcana for the confidant link that we're going to be attempting at that time. And that's going to happen a fair few times throughout the game, and obviously I'll point it out when we're doing it, but it's pretty obvious.
Okay.
So as we can see, we can sell a bunch of stuff. We get like 8,000 yen just from selling the stuff from the first half of Kamoshida's palace, which is pretty useful. Something else which is interesting is that we have an accessory or like some clothing in the game for my first playthrough that I can't sell, and I don't know why. It's called a weird wrap and I can't sell it, and I just thought I'd bring that up now as we begin our work.
Now, I'm counting on you.
Wow! Whew! Good work! Hey! Wanna head back?
Okay, so after a set of working, it's also worth noting that at each of the places at which you work, the first time you work there is always scripted, is always an introductory session, and then afterwards they have the random events as to whether you might be able to increase it in terms of earning more money. Now, there's something I'm going to do here, which is very important, as Morgana's talking to us about working out, which is something you can do to boost Joker's HP. Not particularly useful, but something you can do. But what we are going to do is feed the plant. And the reason we're going to feed the plant is because it is free kindness, assuming, you know, obviously you need to buy the bionutrients or whatever, but it gives you kindness in a way that doesn't cost time. And as I've said before, anything that allows you to boost the social stats without costing time is incredibly valuable in this game. So I could have done that a lot earlier. Pretty much the day after I cleaned my room, I probably should have fed the plant. The nutrients will keep it going for 16 days. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So I hope to see you on the next.
Hey!
Yes! All right.
Let me explain.
Nice. Well then.